make a real quick video today. I've been trying to organize my craft room a little bit. Some of my steel dies are annoying the heck out of me, to be very honest with you. I cannot stand all that packaging. I want something easy, accessible, something I can visualize. That's how I usually create my scrapbook pages and my chipboard albums. So I thought I would share with you what I decided to do. I was looking on the internet, and there's some absolutely amazing ideas out there, but none of them were working for me. So I decided, seeing I have an AccuCut die, I would make my own mounting pages or mounting boards for my steel dies. I wanted a magnet sheet that was heavier, I should say magnetically more, adhere better. It was also more substantial, heavier, thick-wise, dimension-wise than what I could find out there. And also, storage-wise for my scrapbook room is a problem. I have a very small bedroom that I've turned into my craft room, and I don't have really a lot of, I guess I want to say shelving units. I have them, but they're stored with certain things that I want up there, and I kind of am more of a, if it's out of sight, out of mind person, then I forget I have them, and that's kind of what was happening to me. So if I were to store some of these dies in binders, like I see all of you doing, and I love your idea, I would forget they were there, number one. Number two, I have an injury in my thumb, so I don't have a grip that I can pull something heavy off my shelves comfortably, and I thought, you know, that's just not going to work for me. So what I'm going to show you is just what I did. It might not work for you, just an idea. I want to throw it out there for everybody. And certainly I am not insulting anybody else's storage systems. I love them. I love the binders that you have, and you've put, you know, the clear pockets in and you slide them in. It's just awesome, but I just can't possibly use my hand and grip in like that. So I had to do something simple. So what I've done is I've taken my real heavy chipboard, and I've ordered from a professional company that makes signs for the outside of cars the magnet sheets that are adhesive on the back, and it's just a peel and stick. And I basically just cut, I think this was 8 by 7, and then I ran it on my dies, and I got this, and they work beautifully. So they're reasonably heavy. They bend a little, but I got the really heavy chipboard, and they hold my dies perfectly well so that when I tap them or hit them, they don't fall off as easy as some of the ones in the store. You can get them to knock off, but you'd have to hit pretty hard, and I'll show you in just a moment. And it was a usable size for keeping on my desk when I'm crafting. So I just cut a bunch of them, and I'm just starting to get my dies. So I don't have as many as some of you guys have out there. Eventually I probably will have more. But these are just shy of 1/8 of an inch thick by the time you get the magnet sheet and the chipboard to adhered together. And they're very sturdy. And what I did is you don't have to do it, but what I did was I just ran like a nail file sponge around just to take off some of the excess from the die cutting. So I just cut a bunch of these. Like I said, they're just the basic raw chipboard on the back and the magnet sheet on the front. And what I did was I went and got some baskets at Joann Fabrics, and I purchased a label maker, and they had those at Costco, and I got those a couple weeks ago. And this is the label maker, and I just used the white label tape, and I basically made all my boards, put all of my dies on them, put the labels on with the label maker. I used the title from the company, and then I put the name of the company. And there's room for more on many other ones. Like here for the border ones, I fit 3 on. And I just have the name of the company. And what I liked about these two is they're very sturdy. I mean, they don't fall off. And it's almost to the point where you would have to almost ruin your manicure if you have one to get these off. So I just bend it down just a little bit, and you can lift them right up. but they stay on. So if I bend that down just a little bit, I can lift it up, but it's not going to fall off. And that helps me with the grip issue that I have. And anybody that has arthritis or anything like that, that might help out a lot too. I also was struggling with basically how do I want to store these? What order do I want to store them in? How do I want to organize them? And I sat here and I thought, well, I've got to organize them by the way that I craft. And the way that I craft is I have an idea, I know what I want to do, and I kind of know what that theme's going to be. If it's going to be winter, if it's going to be a baby, or whatever. So that's the way I decided to store mine. So you can see that I used the same chipboard, same die, cut just dividers, and then I used a die with the top and used the same label maker, and then I just used my theme names. And so that's what I've done, and I did them in alphabetical order, and then I stepped them from left, middle to right as I went down. So the alphabet, I don't have any baby yet. I don't have any of the backgrounds yet, but I do like some of the new backgrounds ones that are coming out. Then I have banners, and so then I put my banners, and you can get a few on one. You can put it on the back, but I left mine empty because I didn't want them banging into each other. And I thought, you know, it would be pretty heavy. These get heavy by the time you put your dies on. You've got two sides with magnet paper, so I thought I better just do one side. And so then I went on, and what I decided to do was put them into two baskets. So I have my second basket here. And then I continued on with the labels. And I can fit a lot of my labels in here. Nature, anything that I would have that would be like a pocket die, which I'd love to buy some of those that are coming up. Anything that's seasonal, so snowflakes, leaves, that type of thing. And then shapes, this will probably be quite large by the time I start purchasing some more. But this is just an idea for you. And I just wanted to share what worked for me. I like these baskets because of the handles. For me, I can use them much easier, and I can add quite a few in here, and then if I need to split them up and divide them and put 3 or 4 baskets, I have enough to put 4 baskets onto my work area, and then I'm pretty much done. Another thing that I thought would work really well for me is one of this area that I have is called a theme set. I didn't know really how to title it, but it basically is the dies that go along with some of my Stampin' Up! Stamps. So, for example, this came as a set, so it was this die and stamp set together. So this way I know if it's filed back in the theme sets that it's going to go with one of my stamps that I have to go along with it. But for example, too, if I were to take some of these with me, when I'm, you know, crafting with somebody else or going somewhere and I wanted to take some with me, I don't want to take a ton of binders with me, and I'll pretty much already know what I'm going to be working on. So if I were going to just say, oh, well, I need to cut a few borders, I can grab a few of these, and I like the fact that they had the 3 holes in the bottom, and then I'll just put my binder rings in them and carry them as a group, and they'll stay together and I won't lose anything. And then I can come back and put them right back in or file them if I pull a few different ones and they're, you know, not necessarily from the same tab. You can still file them back in. So I hope this will help you guys out with some other ideas on what worked for me. If you have any questions, please send me an email. And these are available for sale if you want on my Etsy shop. And that's about it. Have a great day. Bye.